Joy Morrissey, prisons come under the Justice Department. Do you accept that this was a failure of the state?
Well, this is such a heartbreaking situation. I mean, it breaks my heart to hear the story and to see no one should have to go through that. I mean, that's a terrible experience, even just losing a child, but then being alone in that process and being so scared. And I visited a lot of prisons before when I worked at the Center for Social Justice. And what you said about women and reoffending is actually quite accurate, because there's something statistically where women sometimes go in for low-level crimes but then continue to be caught in a cycle of reoffending. Their children are often removed, and it's a very unique set of circumstances for a lot of women offenders that is different in terms of they don't have a family to come back to. Usually that's been completely gone because of their time in incarceration, and they have very unique sets of challenges, often for low-level crimes, and then they just keep entering the criminal justice system. So there is something, intervention and also support that needs to be given to help break the cycle of reoffending. But it is a very complex issue, and it's a smaller amount than the male offenders, but it is a very acute issue.
The thing is, I would have thought that each prison would have a procedure document for what happens when they have a pregnant prisoner and what happens in the lead up to the birth and when the birth happens. Now, I haven't read this report, so I don't know the details, but you would have thought that ought to be the case.
Well, I'm about to find out, just for my 24 hours of justice.
You are on day one, so I can't ask
but
you.
Obviously. I think it's something that female prison offenders and the issues that I saw at my time at Center for Social Justice have stuck with me more than anything. I mean, just the level of, I felt, not injustice, but they just were failed by the system oftentimes. And